NEC champs. Let's start with that. How's that feel?
It's great, and I said to these guys, for the seniors, for example, it's they've never not been NEC champs. That's pretty cool. And I've beaten these guys up so much this year about what we haven't done and what we're not doing, and not happy about this or that. And so I was happy for them, to be able to say, hey, great job. I'm sometimes not the most positive person in the world, but I think for that, I said, this is so well deserved. It's a great thing. They can never take it away from you. But now we got to, we move forward and we got to get better. What Sean Terrio started, and with Coach Nolan as his defensive coordinator, now what he's done. I mean, these guys are just so good at defense. I mean, this is their thing, and they're very good at it. And we knew we were in for a fight. Their kids played great. Their kids are just so smart. They believe in the system. They execute the system, and it's just it's a pain in the ass to play them, But they did a great job, and our guys, did what they had to do, just to get enough, All right, thank you.
You talk about their defense. Your defense played pretty good too. I mean, you got the fourth down stop to kind of.
Yeah, and we didn't do anything on defense. We tried to go as vanilla as we could, and I don't mean that to sound cocky. I mean that there's so many things to worry about that Danvers does well, and we were worried. We had to kind of concern everybody with all of those things, and we decided let's just play let's just line up and play defense and see what happens. They caught us in a couple things early with some shifts, and we made some adjustments, and the kids just played their hearts out. It was great. If it weren't for that, the kickoff, maybe we could have gotten a shutout. They got some huge chunks of yard there, but just Aiden Gillis, Tyrese Hardy, Derek Marino, kids like that are just animals. They play great. Teddy Miley gives it all. The kid is just exhausted after every game, and just very proud of those guys. They just did everything they could to win, and it paid off.
Coach,
go ahead.
Key guys on the field goal.
Phelan Tinty Kane, or Tinty Phelan Kane, as we call him, he came out from soccer, this year. He's never played football before. You should have seen him the first day putting on pads. That was awesome. Just the whole team stood around watching him, just kind of like, don't help him. But we've never done that before. And I do want to give a shout out to Steve Lewis, our special teams coach, because he just pushes stuff all week on me, and that pooch punt, things like that were all his brainchild, and he said, we're going to need it, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then, you find yourself in situations like this, but Phelan's the first kid that, has given us the confidence to be able to do that. The type of person that was out here an hour and a half before the game, just kicking. The kid that's, all practice long, we're done practicing, he's still kicking. He's that type of kid, and that gives you the confidence to do that. I don't like doing that. I hate doing that, but, he gave us the confidence to do it, so hats off to him.
Who's the long snapper and the holder on that play?
Long snapper was Aiden Gillis on that, and the holder would have been Danny Doherty, who won the game for us against Triton. Danny broke his wrist in that game, one start, broken wrist. This is his first time back in action again, so it's cool for him too. It's great.
And then Cloud looked like he got shaken up in the first half. You had to take him out. Came back. He finished the game off strong.
Yeah. Andy, as we know, has the issues with his shoulders, and I believe, on that particular play, it was his good shoulder, and it was throwing shoulder. So he went through this for the last 2 years. He dealt with not getting surgery on the shoulder that he eventually had surgery on. So it was at halftime that he had ice on it, and he was like, well, what do you think I should do? And I just said, well, it'd be great if you could still punt, And we had all kind of forgotten about that he was on the sidelines with a shoulder injury. And he was like, hey, dude, you can still punt. And he was like, yeah, you know what, I'll punt, and let me see how it feels. And we just went from there. It literally happened minutes before we came out. It wasn't something where, we were, in a room, questioning him or testing his shoulder. It was just sort of like, you can still punt, right? So.
And speaking of that, he punted a great one on here on fourth down, and Seamus.
Yeah, it just was great, and that again was the pooch punt. They didn't have anyone back there. Andy did it nice and smooth. It landed. Seamus got to it. So it was really, that was well executed. We've done such a poor job executing on offense all season. Tonight was another example of a lot of mistakes. But to execute those, the field goal and the pooch punt, at least you take something from it, something positive.
They came right back at you after you scored. You guys, might have been, hey, we got a touchdown, but they came right back, and you responded very well after that, I thought.
Yeah, it was extremely disappointing. The run back, we had made a similar mistake. They did a great job coaching it. We had some issues over on this side of our kickoff, and they attacked it each time. And once they got down that far, there were a couple things that happened down there that probably shouldn't have happened. We had a tough time getting communication in. We had a kid run in during the extra point. It was just, it got a little bizarre, and I think you're absolutely right. We got flustered, and that happened. So it's unfortunate.
It was a good response by you guys, though.